Hi Leo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your August 2016 general month ahead reading, okay? I want to try and make this a bit shorter because I'm kind of up to my eyes in work at the minute, so let's have a look what's coming in for you. If you'd like a private reading with me, Leo, just go to, here we are, www.carolsuniverse.co.uk. So, it's an interesting reading, this is, Leo, for the month of, hope you can see me, the lighting when the sun comes out. My window is very, very strong. So it looks really light on my arms and then everything else. So, I feel that you guys in the month of August want a change in direction, because I feel that there is a certain amount of either boredom in what you're doing, or you need some form of a change. This is what I'm getting from the reading, but I get the sense of procrastination with you guys. And the advice card is the Knight of Swords. Now, as I always say with the tarot, it is multifaceted, and it just is. Cards don't mean just the one thing. They mean all sorts of things. And on the one hand, the advice card could be get your ass into gear and take action, because the Knight of Swords is somebody who is very fast. He is courageous, he's bold. He, when he sees something he wants, he will just go for the kill. That's what this guy does. But the Knights can represent people, yes, within the tarot. They say that an astrological sign isn't attributed to the Knights, but they can be, definitely. For example, Knight of Cups, Pisces. Knight of Wands, Sagittarius. Not sure what the Knight of Pentacles is actually. Knight of Pentacles. I think he might be I'm not sure about the Knight of Pentacles, but I know the Knight of Swords is definitely a Gemini. So I think the Knight of Pentacles might be Taurus or Virgo, potentially. I don't think it's a Capricorn. I think it might be Taurus or Virgo, but Knight of Swords is usually Gemini, which sometimes can mean that one is in two minds about stuff. And I'm seeing here that we've got a Lover's card that shows up, and this is represented by the astrological sign of Gemini, which means that there are choices to be made. So sometimes when you get the Knight of Swords, it really does talk about, well, where do you stand in terms of what you do? Okay, so it can either be where you rush into something because you're bold enough, you're brave enough, you're geared up enough to do it. But the Knight of Swords apparently can also stand for just rushing headlong into something and not thinking about it. But I don't see how that would fathom, because the swords are all about thinking. That's what they do. To me, the Knight of Wands would more than likely be the type of person that would rush headlong into a situation and only think about how the situation is going to make him feel, rather than anything else. The Knight of Wands for me represents someone who can be... To me, the Knight of Swords does think. Okay, but whatever it is that he thinks with, whether it's his loins, whether it's his, the general long-term outlook of a situation, really that would be the Knight of Pentacles, which is why he moves very, very slowly. But the Knight of Swords for me as an advice card says, don't procrastinate. If you have thought something through, then see it through to the end, which is really what the Knight of Swords does. Knights usually represent the coming and going of situations. So often the Knight of Swords would represent sudden changes that happen within our lives, sudden events that happen. Sometimes this card can just show up for something that is unexpected, that just kind of sweeps into your life at really fast speed. And it could be that as an advice for the month of August 2016. Leo. I hope I called you Leo, yeah. I hope I didn't start off with Gemini or anything, it was Leo, yeah. But yeah, Knight of Swords to me says, don't procrastinate, take action. As long as the action is thought through, though, more importantly. So don't do anything because you're bored and you just want swift change, so you just jump on the first thing that looks good to you. No, that's not the Knight of Swords energy. To me, the Knight of Swords is, I've thought about something and now I'm ready to make something happen. Now I'm ready to move forward with it. Now I'm ready to take the action. Now I'm ready to go in a certain direction and create those changes. And usually you find, I feel, with the Knight of Swords energy, is that when you are ready to make those changes and when you are certain, and to me, because it's swords are always about the truth. but they're more about once you have found the truth in a certain matter, that's when you take the action. Okay, whether the action brings in a struggle to you, whether it comes in easily to you, that's when you actually take the action, when you've actually thought something through. So I don't see how the Knight of Swords would be a card about doing something and not thinking it through. To me, that's more the Knight of Wands energy. And even to a certain extent, Knight of Cups. Even though the Knight of Cups is far more dainty, far more emotional, and it goes with his feelings a lot more in terms of emotionally wise. Even the Knight of Cups has thought through how he feels emotionally, even though sometimes the Knight of Cups emotion can be very, very, very wishy-washy. The Knight of Swords is more like, yeah. So you get a Knight of Swords. There are two friends in the tarot that are very apparent to me, Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands. I've seen those cards together going for a night out, for a drink. I've seen them in a reading. Two guys, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. Now, both of those guys, how are they similar? They're similar in terms of how fast they actually move. But one guy will think something through, and the other guy will just go with how it makes him feel. So the Knight of Wands will go with how something makes him feel, he'll go for it. It's more of a passionate card. It's more of how he feels on the inside, the fire that burns from within. Whereas the Knight of Swords is far more logical. Okay, so he doesn't even have to be really reasoned, though he will have weighed up the pros and cons and then he'll go. So I feel that if you've weighed up the pros and cons of a situation, Leo, in the month of February, what do I keep saying February? In the month of August 2016, really this card is saying if you've weighed it up, if you've looked at it, if you've looked at the pros and cons, if you've looked at the good bits, the bad bits, and if you've kind of got to that point where you've said, yeah, okay, this seems good to me, it's saying go for it. There's no need for any further procrastination. Your general energy, I feel, shows for some of you guys that you do need a change, or you might be thinking of how you can increase what you already have. Because we've got a Four of Swords, showing here. But we've also got a Nine of Pentacles at the same time. Now, for some of you guys, it will be the rest before the storm. So for some of you guys in the month of August, it may well be, yes, I'm taking time out. The general energy could be that some of you guys are actually on holiday. Because the Four of Swords represents a time for rest and relaxation. Away from all of the worldly troubles, away from all of your day-to-day, adversity, difficulties, paying the bills, going to work, getting up at 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, driving your van or getting on public transport, getting into the car, making the sandwiches, getting into the office, working all day, coming home, and then the cycle begins again. This card means taking time out from that. It can be also a card about meditation and prayer. So for some of you guys, there's lots of things I can see in this reading actually. Well, one of the things I can see is that for some of you, you're going to be taking time out. And the advice is probably take the time out, because when you get back, it's all go, go, go with that Knight of Swords energy. Things that are going to be sudden things that come in. There are going to be, lots of changes that are coming into your life. There's lots of very fast energy moving, okay, as a result of coming back from holiday. So I could see how that could work. For some of you, and remember that the Nine of Pentacles is also a card about going on holiday. So sometimes this can be a holiday retreat where you pamper yourself, where you overindulge in your spiritual and external well-being. So, you go on a retreat, for example, and that would work for me with the Four of Swords and that Nine of Pentacles, like a spiritual retreat with both of those cards. Going to a spa, looking after yourself, making the best of yourself, sunning yourself in the garden, just time to kind of take time out for you. So for some of you Leos, you will be probably experiencing that. And the advice card is the Knight of Swords. It can also be a card of enjoy yourself. Just go out and party. Because the Knight of Swords is your classic party boy. He likes to be in the thick of it. He likes to be in the thick of several situations where he is enjoying himself and making the best of a situation. For some of you guys, because the Four of Swords is the card of meditation, and it's a card where we go, when we get this card, sometimes this means I'm praying, or I'm asking the universe for answers, or I'm putting out good vibrations to the universe, or I'm meditating. And it could be that you're meditating because what you're looking for maybe is greater wealth, or you're looking for abundance, or you're looking for, it could be a change, because the Nine of Pentacles can often mean a change in location, or even a change in job. okay? Maybe for some of you guys, you're looking to grow a business, or you know, this can be a financial thing that some of you guys are actually thinking about. For some of you guys, this is also the card of thinking, so you might be thinking about what you have achieved with that Nine of Pentacles, and maybe for some of you, you're looking for further growth, and you're looking to expand on what you've already built at the moment. And this is where the Knight of Swords as the advice comes in. So if you're thinking about it, the card is really saying do it. So if you have ideas, you've thought about it, you've meditated on it, you've kind of looked at the pros and cons, you've looked at all of the information and everything seems right to you, then the Knight of Swords would say now is the time to do it. Now is the time to take that action, because sometimes with the Four of Swords, what we can do is sit back and just think and think and think. And sometimes we can get so comfortable with that Nine of Pentacles, because the Nine of Pentacles sometimes represents somebody who's in a gilded cage, somebody who lives in their own little world, and they're kind of just comfortable with the things that they have. But if you're looking for expansion, then really the Knight of Swords would be saying, well, go for it. This is the card of going for it. This is the go-getter card when you get a Knight of Swords. It means you're ready to kind of just sweep in there and just do it. So really it's a card of, for me, in the month of August, Leo, I think for you guys, this really is on many levels, that for some of you guys, you will be taking time out, probably holidaying, relaxing, you deserve it. And the advice is when you come back, it's all go. On the other hand, it could be that some of you guys are looking to increase your own personal wealth. You've got a whole host of ideas, and those ideas need to be implemented, they need to be acted on, which is why you have the Knight of Swords as your advice card. And for some of you guys, it might be that you are praying or meditating on what you have and how you can increase what you have. And the Knight of Swords is saying, you know, ideas that come to you, they need to be pursued, because this is the card of somebody who is in hot pursuit, but they're in hot pursuit of an idea that they have. So really the swords represent ideas. Okay, this is also communication. So if you're needing to communicate with people, it's saying be direct, go out there, communicate, talk, don't be afraid to communicate your ideas, because knights, remember, are movement cards. In whatever sphere they take their movement, whether it's slow movement with the Knight of Pentacles or whether it's swift movement with the Knight of Swords, they're always about being on the move, they're always on the go. What's interesting is your first two cards show up as the Six of Wands, and that's victory. That's overcoming a challenge, it's overcoming obstacles, okay? This guy comes back from battle, and the battle usually in terms of everyday life is internal battle. Much of the times I've found with this Six of Swords. Or it can show up for when somebody's looking for a job and they can't find a job, or they can't find the right job. And if this card shows up in immediate future outcome, within the Celtic cross reading, or the influences coming in, or the overall outcome, it will show you that you're going to get the job, you're going to be successful. So this is the card of overcoming adversity, overcoming obstacles, and really having people that support you in that. So these people that stand behind you can be the people that have actually given you the job, or giving you the confidence to go out and do something. And I feel that you do have the confidence to make something happen in the month of August, Leo, because we've got the Ace of Swords that shows up next door to it. Now, the Ace of Swords means to have a breakthrough. So when you get this card show up, what it means is, I've had a breakthrough on something. I've had a breakthrough in ideas. I've had a breakthrough in terms of communication. I've had a breakthrough. It can even be the breakthrough or the start of a struggle, to be perfectly honest with you. And it could mean that in so many ways, because I do see both cards meaning breakthroughs. Both cards do. But whilst one card reigns triumphant with the Six of Swords, this is the manifestation of something that happens in the month of, and I feel that this is your ideas, the manifestation, the confidence to go ahead with your ideas after maybe a long time of kind of umming and ahhing and procrastinating on things. I feel that you've had a breakthrough, and it's the breakthrough of, okay, I'm going to go for this. I feel confident enough, I feel supported enough, I feel ready enough to do it with this Six of Wands energy. Facing this Ace of Swords, it's the beginning. Aces always represent the potential. So it's the potential for, with the swords, communication. It's the potential for an idea. So you might have an idea. You might have a certain thought around what it is that you are looking to create or expand on within your own life, Leo. And the Six of Wands would say you're confident enough and you're ready enough to make it happen, okay? But you're confident enough around the idea, around the potential of the idea, I feel, that you want to present. If this is, in terms of swords, the communication, there could be some form of breakthrough in communication. So you could be opening up the gateway to some form of communication with others around this idea. And I feel that this would be with the Queen of Pentacles. So if this is something to do with money, Queen of Pentacles usually represents somebody who's quite nurturing. This is someone who's really good at planning stuff, okay, especially in terms of financial situations, because the Queen of Pentacles, she would be the type of person that would work in a bank. So she would probably be a bank manager. She would probably be an investor. She would probably be somebody who was a financial consultant. But she knows how to deal with all areas of life, okay? Which is why she's not only somebody that works within finance, she's also someone who knows how to deal with home life, children, husband, garden. She's the type of person who knows how to multitask, but knows how to handle everything and streamline everything so that everything works like clockwork. And I feel that you're going to be sharing some ideas with a person like this in the month of August. Leo, okay? Now, as a result of this Queen of Pentacles energy, and she should be somebody that would be really easy to talk to, I feel, for some of you guys in the month of August 2016, because we've got the Knight of Pentacles. And when you get a Knight of Pentacles, it means I'm being really cautious with what I have. So I feel that this person probably gives you food for thought, okay? And you go away probably very slowly and very cautiously, not willing to kind of make those changes or invest as yet in something, or to, you know, make that roundabout 360-degree turn. But you're kind of moving very methodically. So again, this is the card about business plan. So it could be that you've got an idea. There's a breakthrough in some form of communication with an idea that you have, and you might present it to a Queen of Pentacles energy. Someone who can be very, very helpful, somebody who can be a really good advisor to you. And what this then enables you to do, I feel, maybe, is to develop something in terms of maybe a business plan, for example, with the Knight of Pentacles energy. But it's not something that you're willing to move fast enough with, because the Knight of Pentacles is called the Doddering Knight, and he's not called the Doddering Knight for no reason. Out of all the knights, he's the one that's only stationary. Even the Knight of Cups, his horse has one leg up to suggest that he's trotting along. But both the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, they just go for it. Whereas this card says, well, I'm taking my time. I'm thinking about the pros and cons. I mean, I'm really weighing things up here. And even though you've thought about the pros and cons already, to a certain extent, I feel that you just want to make sure on something in the month of August 2016, Leo. And so you go away and you might be developing a business plan with this Knight of Pentacles energy here, because you just want to make sure that you've got all your facts and figures down. I feel that you've received advice from a person in the month of August 2016. It seems that you present something. You come back and you present something, because we've got the Knight of Cups energy. When you get a Knight of Cups, it can be that a proposal is made to you. And for some of you guys, it might even be love. Maybe for some of you guys, you've been thinking, because the Four of Swords can be, well, I'm thinking, and the Nine of Pentacles can mean about the perfect woman or the perfect man, because the number 9 is then apparently the 9 is the number of perfection. So you might be thinking about the perfect person, but you might not know whether to go for it. And you might feel that I'm confident enough to kind of express or start the process of trying to express. So being confident enough to start the process with the Ace of Swords, of expressing what I feel, maybe for a Queen of Pentacles. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual, potentially. It doesn't have to be. But this is someone who, because the Queen of Pentacles is a very respectable individual, I feel that this, and she can do everything. For some of you guys, man or woman, this Queen can be a man or woman. It could be that you are taking your time to present or to open up with this Ace of Swords, open up the lines of communication with this Queen of Pentacles. So if that's the case, if it's a love thing, it could be with the Knight of Pentacles. You're still very cautious about it, okay? So you're still just taking your time to work out exactly what you're going to say, exactly what you're going to do, but you're just taking your time around the situation. And in the end, you may decide that you want to make an offer, you want to declare how you feel about this relationship with the Lovers card showing next to the Knight of Cups. If it's business, you might be declaring something or making a proposal maybe to a couple of people, because the Lovers can be a partnership, okay? So maybe after you've gone through all of this kind of information sorting through the Six of Wands, Ace of Swords to the Queen of Pentacles, and then going away and making a business plan, it could be that you propose your findings, you propose what you have to the Lovers. And the Lovers can be a pair of people, for example, okay? They can be a partnership because it's the twins, it's Gemini. So it can be a partnership, a couple of people that you're presenting something to. Now, whatever it is that you present with the Knight of Cups, this Lovers card can then also mean, well, you have a choice, okay? You do actually have a choice over whether you're still going to go ahead with something or not. Because maybe this Ace of Swords is, there is the start of a realisation or a light bulb that has gone on around this situation potentially. So maybe something is not as cut and dried as you thought it would have been. And with the Two of Pentacles, it seems that you're weighing your options up over the potential for a new relationship, whether this be in business or whether it be in love. But for some reason, it does seem that you're procrastinating still on something new that you're either working towards, that you've been thinking of for a very, very long time, whether it's the perfect person that's around you, that you're interested in, you're thinking about opening up to this person, okay? You might open up to this person potentially. But for some reason, it leaves you with a choice that you're weighing up. But I don't feel that you go the whole hog in the month of August 2016, Leo. I feel that this is more the energy of, I want to do this. Okay? I feel it's more the energy of something that you want to do, but you're a little bit nervous to do it, because the Knight of Pentacles can be somebody who's quite cautious to actually make something happen or do something. He needs time to think about everything, to make his plans, to think of how he's going to do something, to think about the outcome of something. So he's not moving too easily. And the fact that we've got that you're still weighing something up, the Two of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. Now, it could also be that there is a proposal that you make. And I know that you're not water, but you don't have to be this card. Usually this would represent a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio individual, okay? But it doesn't matter, okay? Because you don't really show up that much in this reading as an astrological sign, only in the Six of Wands. But I feel that if you make a proposal to the Lovers, which could be a partnership, it could be that they got a choice to make. Okay, maybe this partnership have to agree. And sometimes with the Lovers card, it can mean non-agreement, because there are two people who are together, but there are opposite sides of the spectrum. So it could be that you make a proposal and a couple of people have a choice that they need to make. And it could be revolved around money. Okay, because the Two of Pentacles here can sometimes mean I'm juggling finances, or I'm juggling something around what I have. Okay, so maybe this Knight of Pentacles is the shortage card. You have a certain amount of money to play with, and you need to kind of work out financially what you're going to be doing with it, and therefore you need to weigh up what you're going to do with what you have, what you've got left over, what you need to do with that, the surplus, all the rest of it, before you can make an investment into a new relationship with this Ace of Cups. So there's lots of things for you to think about, I think, Leo, in the month of August 2016. I do see that you are feeling quite confident, okay, to go ahead with certain things. All right, I see the opening up of some form of, and it could be with the Ace of Swords that there is the opening up of a struggle, because swords do represent struggles as well. Okay, when you get the Ace of Swords, sometimes it's actually facing up to the truth of a situation. All right, so for some of you guys with that Six of Wands, you might be facing the truth of a situation in terms of whether it's a love situation or a business situation. It could be around this Queen of Pentacles. Maybe she's the one that says, look, you know, this is a great idea, but the truth of the matter is this. And therefore, you still need to go away and think about this situation. Probably revise your plans with the... probably revise your plans with that Knight of Pentacles. you probably come back and make a proposal. But there's a choice that needs to be made over this. Maybe while somebody else needs to weigh up if they accept your offer, potentially. Or it could be, on the other hand, you're needing to weigh up whether you accept somebody's offer, potentially here. Okay? But either way, the Knight of Swords is saying, don't procrastinate on stuff, because you need to get the ball rolling, I feel, Leo, in the month of August 2016. I feel that if you sit by and all you do is think and you don't take the action, then you don't know. And the worst thing, whether it's love, whether it's business, whatever it is that you're looking to change within your life, the worst thing is never to do a thing and just to leave situations as they are, and never to change anything, and never to work towards change. Because even if something does falter, and even if something doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out, it doesn't mean that something else won't, because other ideas and other people will always come along. But the worst thing to do is procrastinate and not do anything. And I feel that, you know, as Leos, you are definitely leaders. You're ruled by the lion. So, you know, it's really saying, you know, make yourself heard, I feel, which this Knight of Swords can also be saying. Be direct, okay? Be forceful. Knock down those doors. And even if something does take its time, and even if it's a case of that you don't want something or somebody doesn't want something from you, then there are always other doors that are open to you, but you've got to make a start somewhere. We're going to get an angel card for you for this month. Universe, Spirit, show me, what is the advice that you have for Leos in the month of August 2016? What's the advice? What is the advice card based on this reading, please, that you have for Leos in the month of August 2016? Show me. What is the advice that you have for the Leos in the month of August 2016? Show me. What's the advice that you have for the Leos in the month of August 2016? Show me. What is the advice, angels, please? Show me in one card. What is the advice that you have for Leos in the month of August 2016? Show me. It says, look for a sign. How interesting is that? So we'll see what that means. Look for a sign. Your angels have a very special and specific answer to your question. You can expect to see signs right away that will have deep meaning to you. Many people see white feathers to indicate that their angels are with them, or they may smell scents from their childhood that they connect with a family member. Signs require focused attention, so be awake to the possibilities. Don't mistake synchronistic events for mere coincidences at this time. They are a message especially designed for you. So whatever that means for you, Leo, in the month of August, it means for you. But I feel that it's saying to you in a way that with this reading, you know, follow the trails. There's no point in procrastinating on stuff at all in the month of August. If you have a hunch on something, go for it. If you're sent a dream, go for it. Maybe some of you guys are. But Four of Swords can also be a dream state, okay? So sometimes you'll get this card show up when somebody's had a dream. So sometimes, for me, this could be that maybe you're dreaming, and maybe the dream involves your own garden, lots of money around you, okay? So maybe for some of you guys, you are looking for changes and you have a dream that is very, very, very potent to you, and it's saying to you, you need to follow the dream, because dreams often have a lot of information, and they can definitely be a sign from God, the angels, people around us, okay? So to me, the Knight of Swords says, follow those hunches, okay? Don't be fearless. Go for what you want, all right? Don't dismiss ideas that come to you. If they mean a lot to you, as long as they're thought out, go for it. But also don't dismiss signs that come to you from the universe to tell you what direction you need to go in. Whether something works out for you in the month of August or not, there are always other possibilities available to you. Okay, that is your reading, Leo, for the month of August 2016. I would like to say thank you very, very much for using Carol's Universe. You will also see your life spread reading right next door to this reading now. So click on here, that reading, and that will show you the 5 areas, what's coming up for you in the next 5 months, up until the month of December, the end of December 2016. Okay, in 5 areas. That's love, work, home, family and future. So yeah, have a look at that reading. It's really, really good. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.